And good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I hope today we will complete everything what is related to our anchors, anchor cables. We need to make second half of the coil. I think it will be double or maybe even triple coil, but we'll see. We'll make second layer. If it is still too long rope left, we will make another layer. So we'll see how it is going. And we have a bunch of small details, bricks, to build our stove or galley. So we have to do this. Actually, before we will start with this, I want to read one small paragraph in the Bratten's book about the location of our galley, because in the Smithsonian, in the museum on the original gunboat Philadelphia, they have placed fireplace on the deck, on the midship deck between two knees, but Bratten describes that they have found some traces of bricks and clay from bricks actually in the fore cockpit. So let's read the chapter before we will start work, but let's move to our coils. And this is here. Good. Let me move this video somewhere in the corner. Okay. So everything is visible. Good. And I haven't touched after our last stream anything. Usually I'm removing coils when the glue is still a little alive, softish, like in 2-3 hours. But this time I haven't touched them, and I hope that it is not too sticky. Actually no, not that sticky, so it is removable, because the longer the masking tape glued to the wood, the more sticky the glue becomes, and you can just rip masking tape together with the wood. So I hope it is no, it's not what happened with this one. Yeah, it is removable, what is good. But before even that, let me remove this. Yeah, I can see the glue is sticky, but not that extremely sticky. I will move our guns. So what I will do, I need to coil on top of this coil, next coil. So like this. And for that, I will use another piece of masking tape. So what I'm doing, I'm just making tube. Like this. Maybe I will use 2 pieces, or I just can rip this into halves. So we can glue our next coil. Essentially I'm making double sided masking tape from a regular one, just creating such tube. Oh, just want to be here. You should be sticky. Maybe another piece of masking tape, just hold it in place. Pile of masking tape. Like this. Because as usual, it is sticky in the wrong place, where it should be not sticky, it is sticky, where it should be sticky, it is not sticky. So what I'm doing, I'm making a new coil just from the inner side, like this. I will grab my tweezers so it will be visible. tight enough. I like large scale. I can do it with my fingers, not with tweezers. Where is my chat? As usual, I'm fighting my phone to get my live chat. So I believe there will be a third layer. It should be right. The same dimensions as the lower one. So should be like this. I will secure the end of the rope with a piece of masking tape. Mark, this is very rude question. Give me a second, I will glue this end and we'll check. It was 1 millimeter 80-ish, 0.8 something, or 0.86 or something. We'll check in a moment. Give me a second. I need to glue the end of it and I will check. Of course I'm joking about rude question. Stay there, but I will put something heavy on top of it so I can something heavy, small and heavy, so I can just get my fingers free. Something heavy, not heavy, not heavy, not heavy. Oh, the glass. This is too big diameter. Something small and heavy, at least a coil of ropes. Just hold. Stay there. Stay there. Okay. Diameters. Checking questions. So diameter of our anchor, and as I said in previous episode, it's plain rope, it's not a cable even, just a heavily tarred rope. So anchors 1.6 millimeters in diameter. Sorry, so my memory wasn't right. Yeah, the thickest, actually this is a very weird thing about this boat. The entire boat is weird. Usually on every ship and boat, the thickest rope on the boat is anchor cable, but not on our Gunboat Philadelphia. We have 1 millimeter 0.85 in diameter rope. It's breaching for our 12-pounder gun, 12-pounder. So on the anchor we have 1.6 millimeters, and I believe our stay and shrouds, they are the same diameter. Of course, don't remember from the top of my head. Stay. Where is it? Where is it? Shrouds 1.6, but I just fixed myself. I used 1.45 millimeters. Just visually, when I start wrapping around the dead eye, it was too thick. Just visually it was ugly, really. So I intentionally reduced the diameter of our shrouds from 1.6 to 1.45 millimeters. We'll see if I will do the same for the stay. But and actually rigging is the reconstruction on the gunboat, because everything what was found between planking or behind the ceiling planking, it was just bits and pieces, small pieces of ropes which survived. Nothing survived really to identified, like for example anchor cable or shrouds or stays. Just small pieces of ropes, different diameters, anything what can tell you where it was installed. So yep. Doesn't matter that it is that weird boat, I like her about exactly this feature, that it is weird, flat bottom, never built such one. And when the first time I saw the model, I said, oh, this is waterline model. And then like, oh no, it is not a waterline model, it is a model of flat bottom boat. So, and while I'm building her, I like her more and more. Just I know more history about her, how she was used, etc. But what I was planning to do, I need glue to secure our second layer of coil. So I will use PVA as main glue and just one drop of cyanoacrylate to hold it in place at the moment. So while the PVA glue is drying. So just glue and a drop of cyanoacrylate. I can probably use even thick cyanoacrylate so it won't soak through, if I can find the bottle with thick cyanoacrylate. Probably on the other table. Give me a second. Usually I prefer to use very thin cyanoacrylate so it can soak through and dry immediately, but not in this case. I don't want it to get through the entire cable or rope, so it won't be visible that I have used something like a drop of cyanoacrylate. Okay, this is enough. And maybe I will use the spray to accelerate curing of the glue. So what do we have here? Just want to secure the very end of it. So just a tiny drop right here. Not that tiny so it can't hold anything. Somewhere napkin just to clean it so it will dry faster. Yeah, so even if I will remove masking tape from here, it won't unwind. Actually, I haven't completed my own Scratch any single one model. I laid first Scratch model in 2015 and said like, I'm not building kits anymore. And yes, I got another client who wants quick model very fast. Then another client. So in all my models, mostly this kit bashing. And I still have my French cutter sitting on the shelf and just screaming my name, please complete me, finish me. So my completely only my models Scratch build, I haven't finished any, except boats, some boats. So I'm dreaming of building some Scratch completely. Or actually I'm building also a model, not from museum drawings, but from archaeological reports. So I hope that I will find time to finish them. Just for some reasons, the most popular and common questions like how to start ship modeling, how to build model from kit, not how to build from scratch. So this is what I'm doing on my channel. Or what is commissioned scratch or quick model from kit. So this is what I'm doing. So, and let's use some PVA glue to secure entire coil. Actually, talking about boats, every time when that time is coming when you have to build boats for your ship, this is actually to build a model for your model, because in such small size you have to build essentially. I just got some glue on my dead eye, trying to clean it now. Even if it is 1:48, my favorite scale, by the way, to build lifeboat, it's challenge, because all the planking is so thin, all the parts are so thin and very easy to break. For on one side very easy to bend, and another very easy to break. Okay, just glued my finger. Hold it like this. But in my career I was also participating in group builds, and mostly I was building boats for ships or rigging. And actually rigging is my favorite. I'm forcing myself to add all the details to slow down the process of building the whole of the model and all the details. And then when rigging comes, it ends so quickly, like I haven't enjoyed. I was building 2-3 years hull, then to finish rigging in 3-4 months. Not fair. I would like to enjoy rigging more. Okay, where is my favorite tool? I just will scrape all the extra glue. Stay there. Need to put something heavy also on top of it. Where is it? Coil. Oh, I will use something flat, not necessarily very heavy, just to hold the coil in position, but I can put something heavy on top of this coil. But looks like it is holding. Good. Let's move to the other side. And let's work on this one too. And when I'm talking about group builds, I can't claim that they are mine. They were built for clients, but by a group of modelers. So can't claim they are mine. Or when something was built as a commission, I just sometimes can't even name the customer or who commissioned it to do for whom. Masking tape. Again, two halves, so I can build coil on top of this one, second layer. Looks like it is holding. Good. Yeah, just sometimes, for example, in Ukraine, in Europe, ship modeling is a sport, and if you are doing for somebody's model, rigging, for example, and the modeler will claim that this is his model, I definitely can't say that I did rigging for you. So, because some, let's say, this is, if I was paid, so I can't say that this is mine, it's no longer mine, it's not my model at all. And if I was paid for that job, that's it. Can't say that I did it. I just have to forget. I did it, enjoyed the rigging, and I have to forget it. Not my model. So you're right about asking my own complete scratch model, only boats. Not any single huge big model. Okay, let's move to build this coil. Second layer of this coil. I did connected everything. Yeah, good. It is showing. Okay, I believe this is the last loop. And let's secure it. With a piece of masking tape and drop of cyanoacrylate. At least a tiny piece of masking tape will do the job. And I need a glue, a drop of cyanoacrylate. Needle somewhere. Somewhere here. And let's speed up the process of curing. Now I can dry it. Some garbage. Good. Theoretically, that end is secured. Now I can apply PVA. Yeah, when you're mixing PVA 1:1, it just dries much longer because you have much more liquid in it to dry. So I prefer not to dilute it. It's not visible because it will be flipped. So nobody will see was it diluted or not. But that feature is sometimes very useful when you need to really soak into the rope your PVA glue. It will will soak deeper into the rope when it is thinner, but it also dries much longer. But yeah, you are getting also thinner layer, what is good. But in this case, I would like to dry it faster. And if it is a quick thick layer, it's okay because this rope is quite big diameter and it has very big strength or tension to unwind. So I would like to keep it thicker so it will cure faster and I can remove my coils or something else what I'm holding on top of it. So I can install it faster. Maybe I will make in the end of the stream the last third layer or circle or coil, because it will be triple coil in this case. So let me scrape the extra glue. Actually, thin 1:1 or even thinner PVA glue, it's very good to shape your coils on the small pins. Then it is not the thinner the glue, the less visible it is, the thinner layer when it dries. But you can shape your coils on the wooden pins or belaying pins. And the best way to do that, to make the rope wet, then it's very realistically shaped, or very realistic look of it, especially if it is polyester ropes. Cotton ropes are softer and they are like taking the proper shape much easier than polyester. But yeah, you can play with PVA glue exactly for this to make it more realistically shaped. Just a tiny drop more. I will use something like a different coil also, just to keep it flat. So I will move model and will try not to move it, so I won't shift accidentally coils and will break them, actually anchor coils. So with this, let's move to our fireplace. But as I said before, let's read one small tiny paragraph in the Bratten's book. Here. It is here. Let's take a look on the drawing also. Let me make it less bright so you can see, and let me remove the glue so I won't glue anything into it. Where is it? This is our fireplace, so this is the mast, this is beam, this one, and we have our fireplace in wooden box in the cockpit, and it is our larboard side or port. When I just want to show you these pictures, and then I will read the chapter. And when we have a reconstruction of fireplace in the Smithsonian on the original gunboat Philadelphia, the reconstruction is, as you can see, on the foredeck, mid-section deck. This is combing, and this is we have this is the mast, piece of mast is sticking here. So this is our mid section deck, and we have our stove or fireplace between first two knees. But let me read it. I even open it in proper place. According to Haglund, the fireplace was located on the port side of the hull between the two knees, just aft of the forward cockpit. We just saw the picture. Black and white photo. Here marks found on the underside of the mast partner suggest, however, that the true position may have been in the well, so in the fore cockpit well. So this is where the reconstruction on the drawing that is shown, so this is where we will put it too, and I believe it is the same place in the kit. Yes. It is. Haven't checked the dimensions and sizes of the bricks, etc. in the kit from the kit, but visually we have the same quantity of bricks which is on the reconstruction on the gunboat. So this is what we will use as a guide for assembling it together. And our bits and pieces. So I sent just the traces where it was joined on the sheet for laser cut, but I haven't sent any surfaces, so it is hairy and curly and fluffy because of the fibers of the basswood. And for that I will use something like Scotch Brite just to remove and create perfectly polished surface. You even can see how clean it becomes when you are polishing it. It's clean, pleasant to touch, and this unpolished side is much dirtier. Let me check where is the field of depth. Something like this. Nice. We have also such small bits and pieces. And because our bricks will be painted, we have to polish them to glossy surface, or this hair from the raised fibers of the wood will create mess under the water-based paint. So I will use shellac as a grain filler just to close. Shellac dries quickly because it's alcohol-based, so it will close the pores of the wood, so it won't soak paint that easily and will not raise that much hair, which will look like dirt on the surface. We need to find, I believe this metal rod is in the kit, so let me find it so we can install it immediately. Oh, one more piece. Again, my live chat is not working. Not good. These are two vertical, these are two perpendicular sides, and this is two long ones. But we probably can build our fireplace first. Oh, I need to find one more flat pieces. It's F7, number F7. This is the bottom of our fireplace. I need to find it. Not here. I believe this is it. Should be. One more piece. To clean this one, I will use disc sander. Almost clean. Trying to get just not burnt edge but the look of wood, so that's why I'm cleaning it completely. And because any laser cutting parts, they don't have perfect 90 degrees edge, because laser, it's cone shaped. It's not noticeable, but it is cone shaped cut. clean? Almost. 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 Okay, good. Now let's clean it. And I believe this is imitation of the first layer of bricks, so I just will imitate grooves between bricks in a moment. First layer. And this one is much smaller, definitely. I don't know if it should be also filled with sand, because this is what usually done for the fireplace. Box with sand, perfect is insulation from fireplace, which is hot, and wooden ship. So we need to read carefully, but I believe this is what should be done. Just want to mark bricks. Let me sharpen my pencil. Actually, it is completely chock full of bricks like this. So let me just mark it with a ruler then. How it should be positioned. This is same here. Yuck, not symmetrical. Absolutely not symmetrical. So should it be with some like cracks in between for imitation? Yeah, probably. And I haven't seen any veneer or something to make these, to fill these cracks. Yes, definitely. So we need something to imitate it, like veneer, for example. So this is where it should be marked. I have some veneer somewhere. It was right at my hand yesterday, not right now. Cherry veneer can do the job. We'll see in a moment. Or I have some already strips. This is walnut veneer, I believe, so we can use it between the bricks just to make even cracks or just gaps between them. And for that I can use my slicer also. But what I wanted to do, I was thinking which position actually. I want to make imitation of the bottom here of bricks. Ha ha ha. It can't fit like this, it should be two pieces somewhere, so I can do it like this. And I will use file or scalpel first. I have such file just to make grooves. On this side. If I will clean pencil marks, you can see just grooves of imitation of our bricks. Nice. Just a little deeper and more noticeable. Nice. Perfect. Just want to try my veneer if it is proper thickness. Just to speed up the process, I will use my slicer to cut pieces, but scalpel also can do the job. small metal to level it. So I will try to move it in front of the camera so you can see. I want to cut same length pieces. And now I need to cut the proper width. I believe I need to, what is the proper, if I can find my caliper or can't. Just will mark with the pencil. So I can make 2 of each. Good job. Let's try it, what I'm trying to achieve. If it is the proper thickness. This one is not cut straight. Before gluing or cutting something, better 7 times to try and 1 to cut. This is what I'm trying to understand, if it is the proper thickness of the material. And is it? Looks like it is just perfect. I won't fill the gaps between perpendicular to these. The glue will fill them, but these small pieces will help me to keep the perfect, like where I have straight lines through gaps. Where is my second piece of metal such? what do we have here? It's just perfect size. And I believe this is veneer like 0.6 millimeters thick. So this is what I will use. The only thing is I need to make less wide. This one is too wide. Like this. So let's glue our first layer. May I ask you if no longer have a workshop because of the war? I no longer have my workshop because Kitten occupied it. My workshop was on the balcony in Kiev, and I still have the balcony, thanks God for that. Just this is cat's room now. But yes, I sold everything, every tool. The only tool I haven't sold it was my first good quality rotary tool, and I brought it here. The rest I sold, my table saw and everything else, the old rotary tool. So, and I moved here. So let's start gluing it. And actually I have at the moment Mayflower in Kiev. When I will go again to visit my mom, I will continue that one. Long-term project, I call it. So let's start gluing it. Actually I'm thinking also to place a piece of veneer here. And for this I definitely will need a piece of flat veneer. Or I just can imitate it with my scalpel. So I just need to fill gaps between bricks. Okay, where is my cup with glue? Not this one, this one. And a drop of fresh glue. Oh, Imbir has his own workshop, let's say. In Kiev I have an old cat, Amur. And that is already almost 16 years old cat. Poor thing got diabetes when the war began. First month he almost died. My mom was just worried about she couldn't do anything, and kitten was dying on her eyes, literally on her hands. The moment the first veterinarian opened the door, she jumped, carried him on her arms quite far. No public transport was working. Taxi costs arm and legs. Can you imagine to pay $1,000 for one short trip? No way, no how. And that was the price to go, for example, to the train station, for example. And some people were paying for that, just who wants to escape from Kiev. But the problem is that nobody could escape on the second or third day of the war. First day, who jumped into their cars and ran away abroad, they could do that. In 2 days, Kiev was almost circled, and it was really dangerous to try to even to escape from the city. Russians were shooting every single car, even on which it was written children in Russian language. So they were shooting everything, even animals on the side of the road. Where is my perfect bent needle? Or I just will bend a new one. And let's try to build fireplace. Brick by brick, literally. And I like PVA that won't cure too fast and quickly, so I can position entire layer raw and then move it. Five bricks. Okay, I can do that. Now I will use something like scalpel to spread them evenly. Want another piece of metal or something? Oh, this will do the job. Just to keep it 90 degrees. So I can quite big gaps. Let's move to the next layer. Actually, I can bring camera closer also, so let me finish one layer and I can do that. Since it will be painted, we can fill the gaps with glue or putty. Doesn't matter which one, what kind, even wooden putty will do the job, water-based I mean. This is not that you will be gluing second layer of planking on top of it, so it really doesn't matter what you will use to fill these gaps. Almost perfectly positioned, except one brick. Where is my scraper? Favorite tool. Just to scrape the glue. Yes, and I was talking about that one of the member of the group in the group on the Facebook used this let's say sheet of wood from where he cut the bricks, wooden bricks, and used that leftovers of the wood or holes, square holes, as a mold to make clay bricks. And I like the result. Really looks good. And clay is very realistic. It is actually real clay for the bricks too. Was used, so it was just perfect idea. So who wants to make and have clay? I have, but from the pure principle, I'm building this one from the kit. But if you have clay, you can imitate and make bricks. Also, let me grab a piece of wood. Not what I was planning to do. But let me bring camera closer. Oh, thank you very much, Sally. Thank you, Maxime. The position of the bricks are not tagged from row to row. This is at least what I have here. Let me check also Smithsonian's. You have a point there. And of course, nothing is visible here. But we have sheet 12 and 13. Let me check. 12 and 13, it's still not too late. The glue is still raw. And what do we have here? Oh, we have, I believe it's sort of something on top of it, like sheet of metal or something on brick, so nothing is visible. But actually what I was talking about, the sand, we have sand here on the drawings. So the wooden box should be with sand. So I think I'm going for a walk today on the beach to grab some sand. So we will place some sand and then we will place stove on top of it. But I'm trying to understand, something is inside, like covered. Don't know what is this. Nothing is written. What is this? Heart, heart, heart. Sand or clay, okay. And nothing else. actually it is not visible. Only the outer lane of bricks is visible because of that piece of something on top of it. So it doesn't matter. Okay, my drawings almost fell, but didn't. Good. Let me show you what I'm doing here. But yeah, I'm not an engineer with like how to install bricks, but they definitely should be like overlapping half of brick. You're right about that. But since it is not visible, I believe I will place a piece of copper or brass on top of it. And it definitely doesn't matter. Even if it will be just a piece of veneer painted black, it will do the job. I'm talking about sand as insulation between fireplace and boat. This technique was used from Vikings period. This is what I want to make also on the Viking ship Osber, but not that mess and creation of Pavel Nikitin what he designed for. I want to make a real fireplace because it was found on Osber, and insulation for between fireplace and boat was just wooden box with sand. Not that beautiful, attractive bunch of plastic which you have to paint. It's wrong. Even in the most updated version, I have seen what he designed, and it is wrong. Because why you have to invent something if the real fireplace is in the museum? The only what you have to do just design, even dimensions and everything documented. You just have to make exactly the same fireplace which was on the Osber ship. And this is something what I really I really don't like it in Pavel Nikitin's kids. He creates something his own when a real fireplace or a real construction, everything documented. The only what you have to do just design your kit in the way how it was really done, because everything is known, everything is properly documented. It exists in the museum. Why you have to invent something your own, like oars, for example? His first oars were like for canoe, not for the Viking ships. The last version he again designed his own, but why you have to design them if they are documented? The real oars are also shown, exhibited in the museum. So my question is why? Just make them exactly how they were done for the real Osber. So that is why I like even these old style manufacturers like Amati, all these, even Artisania Latina, all these famous kit manufacturers, even if their models are lacking of details, but they are based on real lines of the ship, just have to fill the model with details which are missing, and they were intentionally missing, so every child can build that kit. This is my point. And like, for example, on the Pegasus, which I like, it doesn't matter that it is three-masted ship, it's so well designed, very easy to build. Even when the hull is right, the lines are correct, it's easy to bend planks because everything is right there. So it's just a question of time, but it is technically not difficult. But kit is missing lots of parts and details, like bulkheads, etc. So it's literally empty. I just need to fill it. And this is what I'm doing on that ship. And I like also model Shipways, their style. Quite often you can find simplified instructions. Okay, in case of Philadelphia, this is something I've seen this first time in their collection. Very poor instruction, almost no instruction, but more or less accurate detailed drawings. So you just can use drawings to build the model, or you can order drawings with the reconstruction with Philadelphia, so even more detailed. But usually in their kits you can find very simplified instruction and original drawings, or based on original drawings. Like, for example, when I was building Pinky Schooner, I said like, oh my god, I have to dig and find some information to build it with more details and more historically accurate. But then I opened drawings and they were so detailed, and it was written in the instructions you can detail your model or just simplify and do like this. So very simplified this instruction and very detailed drawings, real drawings I mean, in the kit. So they raised in my eyes, like I don't have to even dig, they provided me with everything, I just need to build. And then my flower, oh, that was designed by Chuck Passaro, so why I'm surprised, it is very well designed. But I did found some differences between the design and, for example, Baker's reconstruction was used to build my flower too. So essentially the kit, this is my flower too. This is what we were building, my flower too. And this is his vision how such ship could look like, because nobody knows how the Mayflower actually looked like. But this is a typical merchant ship of its period. Okay, I need to sand a little. Even, sort of even. Now I just can clamp it like this to the table, and we can continue building our stove. When it completely dries, I will make this groove between bricks deeper, and especially when the lower bricks will be dived and dipped into the sand, nobody will see that I haven't put anything like veneer between it. But for the upper layers, I definitely have to cut more strips of veneer, just for imitation of these seams. And let's build it. So where is the second layer? Yeah, they put half bricks. Why you have to put half bricks here, for example? Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you can put it like this, then yeah, maybe yeah, it's no way that you can do anything else. Half bricks it is. Okay, first course, circle. A few strips of veneer. How wide actually it is. If I will cut into halves, it will do the job. Not straight. And I need another piece of veneer. Let me cut a few more strips or pieces. this one. A few such strips, like 3 probably. Or this length of veneer. This is what I'm producing here. I could use just ruler, not a problem. Just to create perfect thickness of the seam. Yeah, so theoretically it should be like overlapping half of the brick, you're right, but it won't be visible, so we will just place a piece of metal. I will read exactly what was used in the book for tomorrow. But I hope that I just can glue all bricks today so it can dry and tomorrow we can start painting. But let's put this. And after the live stream I'm going for a walk. We have beach here, like 15 minutes walking with sand. So we'll grab something to sift and to get some proper sand. Or actually we have that store, Michael's. They have something for this miniature well, figures, etc. Maybe they have that fake sand also, so we'll see. But in 1:24 scale I definitely can use real sand. Tweezers. Scraper. Where is my scraper? Actually, I probably shouldn't remove the glue. Why I'm even bothering doing this? We'll fill it with the glue tomorrow or even today. But still, just habit to remove all the drops which are sticking out. I even can burn some. We'll find some dry sticks outside. We'll burn them like after the fire, and we can create fireplace. The best way to clamp to something flat. They couldn't burn it because that layer of sand, it is the best heat, like it was insulation from the fireplace to the wooden ship. This is what I was talking about before previously. That this technique was used from Viking period. Box with sand to insulate fireplace from the boat. So who will go for a walk on the beach after the live stream with me? Yeah, about Viking ships we know already a lot because of these ship burials which were found, or the other ships which were intentionally sunk just to protect the coastal line. So they were intact. The only what is mostly missing rigging. This is the most questionable part. But hulls and all the construction structures, we already know it. Okay, let's start with the second layer. I just want to check what is in the real drawings. Oh. Okay, I can believe that. So our first course is exactly the same how is on the reconstruction or in the Smithsonian's drawings. Let's start gluing it. This is not where I wanted to glue you. But I can keep between them something just to prevent from glue in wrong position. Where is my 90 degrees piece of metal? Nice. Good. Oh, I just shifted one brick. This is what? Not good. Like this. Okay, let's glue another 2 bricks on the opposite side. I'm just using veneer to level it. Why it is so... Can't use that one, too long. I need something like, yeah. And one more brick. Now I need to shift it in the proper direction. Like this. Apply some pressure, but still I would like to hold 90 degrees few pieces. It's definitely flat. Okay. Next, where is the second joint for? Okay, we will need 2 halves of the brick, and the rest will be whole bricks. Let's go. I believe it is completely square-ish, so I can put it here. Oh, first I need a few strips of veneer. Already forgot about it. This one is too wide. And a few shorter pieces. This is the correct length. Yes. Actually, we need small tiny piece of it. For my small bricks. Half bricks. Let's say. Okay, and I will need 2 strips of this. Mm-hmm. Okay, which one is front? Okay, this is back, this is front. So I need to glue it here. And 2 small tiny pieces here. Where is it? And let's glue it. of fresh glue probably. This one is already... no, it is still alright. Alive. Can go with it. Good. Okay, where is my other piece of metal? Just building 90 degrees structures to keep my bricks parallel and perpendicular. Yeah. And 2 small tiny pieces. Just to hold proper distance between. Okay, and beer came, and of course, he opened door, and he never closes it. I need to get up and close it because I have already here dehumidifier season, so I need to keep workshop dry. So give me a second. I will glue this piece of brick and we'll go close the door. Give me a second. I believe we have 3 more rows, and I'm running out of time, of course. So maybe we can continue tomorrow. Because when I will glue the bricks together, I can start working on the box with the sand while it is drying. But this is what we achieved today. This is our stove. Our future stove. So with this I believe I have to finish it today. And as I said before, I'm going for a walk on the beach to look for sand for our fireplace. And actually, if you are interested in, I can find something. For example, in that Viking ship Osber, which I'm building, where it is described that it was fireplace in insulation between fireplace and boat. It was just sand, and this was used. I don't know, from the very, very beginning, this is the best insulation between hot fireplace and the wooden boat to prevent it from burning, of course. So with this, I believe this is it for today. And thank you very much for coming, for joining me in this adventure. I will check our Facebook group. I haven't checked it week or more, even just was a little busy week. So I haven't checked my emails, haven't checked my website, almost haven't answered comments, but I will do it today. So with this, I wish you a very nice rest of the day. And see you tomorrow, guys, with this tiny small fireplace, and we still have coils to finish, so this layer will dry. They are drying, sort of. So we can make third layer of coils of our anchor cables, or anchor ropes. They are not cables, they are just ropes. And we can work more on our stove or fireplace. So, see you tomorrow, guys. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.